251-pound inline tight end that runs 4.51.
It's crazy.
That, and that's what Greg told us he ran. So going back to the Howard Olsen comparison, we're right on target again.
I didn't look like him though. We might have measured up about the same, but
I mean, that's just crazy. Somebody his size is running that fast.
Wideout, we'd say, man, that's a big wideout who can still run.
Exactly.
You know, they kind of fit in that category.
Yep. It's awesome. Pro day.
Well, here's Howard.
Ball's thrown late.
Systems, and you know, some guys asked to do a pro-style run games, one guy's in the spread, and that's not necessarily their fault.
Right.
But in the chances that they get, do they show that, like you said, they're willing to watch? He did it too.
He had the bucket step.
I was giving him. I was ready to give him credit playing in that pro-style offense down in Alabama. You'd think, but
running gauntlet drills now for the tight end group. O.J. Howard, first up of our live coverage of it.
You want to hear you stick that foot in the ground and change direction.
There's Howard right here.
That was pretty good there. That was good by Howard.
Opposed to just an inline tight end, and the conversation becoming a more global one of who can.
They've been out here all.
Good.
Say that again, please. Well, I've had 3 meetings so far, foremost. And, we're just going over film, just watching our plays, watching my plays from earlier in the year. A lot of great feedback about, they like the way I play. I think I'm a 3-down tight end. I can stay in the game to run, block, and pass catch. Excuse me. So far, I've had meetings with the Giants, the Rams, and the Dolphins. Yes, sir. With the Jets, I've done informal with each team and formal with each team, so all 32 teams. So that's where I am right now. I do. Yeah, it went great. We went over my film as I stated earlier, and talked about plays and just went over it, formations, and talked about my assignment on that particular play. Coach McAdoo was a great guy, a great personality. Yeah, it was plays from games such as Texas A&M. A lot of plays blocking, some receptions, and those are mainly the games Texas A&M and Tennessee game. Yeah, I take pride in it, and I don't think it's underrated. I think a lot of the scouts kind of understand that. I'll get in there and stick my nose in and block, and they always mention that in the meetings so far this week. So I don't think it's underrated or it's underlooked or anything, but I do take a lot of pride in blocking. I would just say my ability to be a 3-down tight end. Being able to stay in the game and run block, also being able to use my athletic ability in the passing game to separate from defenders. A lot, man. Being very versatile. As myself, I consider to go out wide. Be able to go in the slot. Whenever you can put a tight end in so many different places on the field, it's hard to key and to shut them down. So I think that's a huge asset that I have. A guy I would compare myself to right now would be Greg Olsen of the Panthers. I think Greg does a great job of blocking. He's a guy that he's a 3-down tight end. He runs great routes, great hands. And, a guy that I studied a lot on film in college, so I would compare myself to him. What it means to him, considering how highly touted this class is. A lot of, very high. A lot of respect for all the guys in the tight end class. We have a deep class this year. A lot of great talent. To be the first guy off the board would be, a tremendous accomplishment. But, I'm far from that. I have a lot of work to do.
Hey, OJ, can you tell us a little bit about your development as a blocker?
Mm-hmm.
Think about when you first got to college to now.
Yeah.
What were some of the stages that you had to go through?
Oh, man. Technique was the biggest thing. Technique and footwork is the 2 biggest things to becoming a great blocker. And I think once I learned that, and put my strength with it, you know, I became a better blocker. You know, as a young guy, I had no technique, just going in playing, you know, freestyling. So once you get the technique down and the footwork, I think you can block anybody.
You could have gone anywhere in the country to play college. What drew you to Alabama?
I would say just the guys on the team before me, you know, always coming on visits as a recruit, and guys would just show me, you know, love as I was already on a part of the team, you know, welcome me with open arms. And whenever I always got that love from Alabama, you know, it just felt like home, you know, before I even committed to the school. Yeah, Jordan Reed is a guy I love to watch also. He's a guy that, you know, he's kind of considered a receiver by a lot of guys, but, you know, he runs really good routes, and the way he runs routes is fantastic. So I try to steal a lot of things from his book. Those are just a few of the guys that I watch. Just say, like I said, being a 3-down tight end, you know, a guy that can come in and defenses cannot key on you just because you come in on 3rd downs and you're going to go out for a pass. I want to be a guy that just stays on the field all times. I can do it all, play goal line, packages, all of the above, check all the boxes off.